Recipe Paradise. So, sorry for the angle, it's really weird, but today I'm showing you how to get stuck shed off of a leopard gecko's toes. So as you can see for Waffle, she has a little bit of stuck shed on her feet, and including a little, you can see her toes a little black. Well, no, that's not the regular, that's just, as you can see on her foot over here, if she would stop moving, you could see she has a little black toe right there. You guys can see it. It's right there. But we'll talk about that later. But anyway, today I'm showing you, hang on Waffle, hold yourself, please calm yourself. Today, if you see me looking down over here, I have my script, so anyway, first I want to start off by mentioning my new snake. You guys know Noodle has not eaten since I got him, which has been a month. Last Tuesday, which was like 3 days ago, like 3 or 4 days ago, he is like officially a month since he has not eaten. I don't think I have the money to take him to the vet right now, but if I can get him to just eat, one mouse. I tried to get him to eat a cricket because I looked it up and it's safe for them to eat like a cricket. It's not like a stable diet, but like, but he has not eaten, so if you have any tips. I've already tried covering his tank. His tank's actually covered right now. I checked the temperature. I've tried, dangling the mouse. I've tried rubbing it on toads and stuff. I've tried leaving it in there so he, the smell. I tried feeding him in a different enclosure. I tried about every single trick in the book. But he just does not want to eat. And by the way, y'all, he does have a little bit of shed still on his face, so I'm thinking after he gets that off, I think he might probably want to eat. So the first thing you want to do is before you start helping your leopard gecko shed, and by the way, when I said toes, I meant, getting it off like completely, but this video is also getting shed off anywhere in your leopard gecko, but mostly for the toes. Anyway, so once you see your leopard gecko start shedding, you want to wait at least 1 to 2 days before helping them, because if you help them right away, it can harm the shedding process. So just wait 1 to 2 days, because I bet if you wait 1 to 2 days, probably the skin's probably going to come off, and you probably, don't need to help them. If it's been 1 to 2 days after their shed, and you still notice some skin on their head, tail, feet, what you first want to do is focus on the bigger parts of skin. Like if your leopard gecko has shed on the top of her head, you need to get that skin off her head, and then you can move to her body or tail, whatever. And by the way, using tweezers, like feeding tweezers or anything like that, any type of tweezers, makes this whole process so much easier. Like you guys don't even know how it's really hard, because your fingers are not as small as tweezers, and it's kind of hard to grab the small pieces of skin. So tweezers just make it so much more easier. So I think using tweezers, that was just absolutely great grammar, more easier. So anyway, then you can move on to the smaller parts, like the toes. So first you want to just try getting it off. You can try your fingers, but like I said, tweezers make it so much more easier. Again, with the bad grammar, so much easier to get it off. And once you tried, if there's still skin on their toes, you can move on to step 5. And then you get like a Tupperware and you fill it with lukewarm water, just enough to cover their toes. You don't want any more, or just enough to touch their body if it's on the bottom of their belly. And then you want to put like a layer of paper towel down so they don't just start like drinking the water and stuff. And it's okay if they drink a little bit of tap water. It's not going to hurt them. But if you just see them like, keep drinking the tap water, then I would just put some reptile safe water conditioner in there just to be safe, because obviously you don't want to just give them tap water. But then I will demonstrate right now on getting shed off her toes, because she does have a little bit of shed still on her toes. So let's go do that now. Guys, I have Waffle right here. She's getting a little rowdy. But anyway, sorry if this is not a very good angle. I'm trying to get the best angle for you guys. So I have it just enough to cover her toes, and then just to make sure I have piece of paper towel, 3 pieces to be precise. Then you can just fold it, whatever, and place it in there so that she does not get drowning in the water. So then, and I would recommend lukewarm water. You don't want it too hot, too cold. Mind temperature is perfect. Then place your gecko in. Waffle does not like baths, as you can tell. She does not even want to let go of me. Let go, please, sweetheart. Good girl. So as you can see, she does not like baths. So you can just let them sit in there for 5-10 minutes. But when you first put them in the bath, just let them sit for 5-10 minutes. You swish it around a little bit. Waffle is not enjoying this. She does not like baths. She does no. So I think I'm gonna turn it this way. Yeah, that is a better angle for you guys, so you guys can see Waffle's cute little face. Okay. I'll turn it this way so you can see Waffle's face. Actually, you can't even see Waffle, so I'm just gonna turn it this way. Sorry, Waffle. So she's not like baths, but then you're going to want to take Q-tips. So I'm gonna go get that. So I'll be right back, guys. Close the door. So here's Waffle. Let me put her into your view, guys, so y'all can see her. So once you let your gecko sit for a minute or two, then you can start trying to get the shed off their toes. So I have a Q-tip. Just gonna blow it off because that's totally working. Then you're just going to want to, so I'm gonna see if I can get the best angle possible here. Take your leopard gecko and you're going to want to just find where the shed is, and then just gently, I will get the Q-tip wet first. Then I'm going to get Waffle over here because that's where her shed is. Waffle. So then just gently, I don't know if you guys can see or not. She does not want me to do this. You just gently brush. Waffle does not like baths at all. You guys can probably tell. Gently wipe the toes. You do not want to be. You want to be very gentle. This is why I recommend using lukewarm water because it works the best. So Waffle's being very cooperative. Good girl. And come here. So if you can see, she has a black toe right here. You guys can't even see, but I'll show you when we get out. But I'll talk about that once we get out. And you can also rub it on their head if they have skin on their head, their tails. Let your gecko soak for, I think, 5 minutes, and I will see you guys then. After it's been 5 or 10 minutes, you can, I wouldn't keep them in there for more than 10 minutes because it can really stress them out. Then you can get your Waffle out, or your gecko, and put them on the towel, and you can either just dry them off, or you can continue with the wet Q-tip and get their toes. So let me get a close-up for you guys. Let me show you something. On her foot right here, you can see that black toe. Now, this is what happens. Now, obviously, I did not do this on purpose. I did not just, do this, let her toe get black on purpose. This happens when you keep the skin on the leopard gecko's foot and it gets coiled around their toe. This actually happened to her, but don't worry, guys. I got the skin off, but this toe, I couldn't save the toe. And the skin gets coiled around their toe, and then over time, after each shed, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter until there's no more blood in that toe, and it will turn a bright red. And it will also become extremely bloated looking or fat, and then it will start turning black. Now, if you do not help the leopard gecko, their toe can fall off, which I think that black toe will probably fall off. It looks a little frail, but do not worry, do not fret if your leopard gecko's toe turns black or it's falling off. If it's fallen off, this is nothing to fret over. Unfortunately, this is very common for leopard geckos in the wild. I wish this wouldn't happen in the wild, but a lot of times I know a lot of researchers that go out and see leopard geckos, a lot of them don't have all their toes because they don't have owners to give them a bath and stuff because they live in the desert. So don't, think you're the worst owner in the world if your leopard gecko's toe falls off. I thought that I was a really bad owner for Waffle because her toe was turning. It was getting constricted. I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna get hurt. But I looked it up and it is completely, unfortunately, it's normal. But I would definitely not just be like, oh, it's normal, just let the toe fall off. I would definitely help the leopard gecko because this can be a very uncomfortable process for leopard gecko to have the toe. It's probably, I don't know if the leopard gecko would be in pain if the toe got constricted, but I know for a fact that it's not very comfortable. It's very uncomfortable for the leopard gecko. So if you're a good owner and you want to make your leopard gecko healthy and happy, then I would go ahead and see if you can get that constricted skin off. If you cannot get it off, don't be, you know, really worried. They'll be completely fine. It's just not a very comfortable process. So that is my tips and tricks on getting skin off your leopard gecko. You know, more specifically the toes. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments put some tips on how you think I can get noodle to eat. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.